Welcome. Hope everyone had a great trading day today. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Well, we had a lot of selling. No surprise, right? No surprise. A lot of selling today. Bitcoin is the big story of the day, and Bitcoin is really selling off. I think Bitcoin right now is at 64,000. We're looking for Bitcoin to get below 60,000, around that 50,000 range. We'll see if it holds some support. We have some support at right around 50,000. And if it doesn't hold there, guys, we don't have any real support until around 30,000. So Bitcoin definitely in some trouble there. No surprise. We've been watching it. It's always a surprise when they move lower like this, but no surprise really to us because we've been paying attention. All right, so let's go for the markets. All right, so the Dow was down quite a bit. All right, Dow was down 592 points down for the day. All right, so let me share my screen here. All right, so the Dow was down 592 points down. The Nasdaq was down 363. S&P was down 84 points. Okay, IWM was down a little over 5 points, and currently Bitcoin is at 62 and change, guys. Looks like Bitcoin will break that 60,000 mark this evening. We do have sell signals. All right, so we have a sell signal on the S&P. All right, right here, sell signal on the S&P. This is on the daily time frame, guys, so we take this very seriously. All right, on the Nasdaq, we have a sell signal, red candles, 3 days of selling on the Nasdaq. All right, the IWM, we have a red candle here, so we have a sell signal. Now, we don't have a sell signal yet on the Dow, but we've called a sell signal in the market since Tuesday. All right, so it's Thursday now. We've had a sell signal since Tuesday in equities. Okay, all right, big deal. We should be out. All right, so our stock boss traders, our bull master traders, right? You don't have to be totally out of the market, but whatever trades that you're in, make sure you monitor those trades. Okay, so when we go bearish like this, you should be, if you get a white candle, right, it's up to you guys, you do your own trading, but a white candle, you might want to close that trade. Okay, so nothing but green candles. All right, so white candle, definitely close the trade. Red candle, definitely close the trade. All right, and then white arrow, we want to close the trade. Okay, all right, so pay attention to that. The VIX is at 21. All right, so we've gotten above 20. We are 21. You guys know we've been at 16, 17, got up to 18, 21. 20 is the trigger. Anything above 20, right, that's increased volatility for the stock market, for equities. Equities do not like volatility. All right, so we are approaching higher volatility, not good for stocks. Okay, all right. In the futures market, right, in the futures market, dollar is moving higher. Okay, so the dollar is moving higher. Currently, in the futures market, market's getting hit bad, guys. All right, so the Dow E-mini, Dow is down 246 points down right now. Right now, in the futures market. Now remember, the Dow was already down 592 points down. Okay, so it's down again in the futures market, and it's down 257 points down right now. Nasdaq is getting hit, guys. Nasdaq was down 363. Okay, Nasdaq is really getting hit. Okay, it's down right now in the futures market 373. All right, Russell is down S&P is down. Dollar is moving higher. So our monster scalper traders, pay attention to your dollar pairs. Pay attention to your dollar pairs in monster scalper, okay? Dollar is moving higher. All right, we can see that here. Dollar is moving higher and it's up right now. Okay, as far as the sectors, let's take a look here. All right, tech sector. All right, this is technology. All your favorite Mag 7 stocks, guys, we should be out. All right, that's the distribution phase. We went from the markup phase, distribution. We are now in the markdown phase for tech. We should be out. Healthcare. All right, red candles here. We should be out. Biotech. Biotech gave a big red candle today, guys. We should be out. All right, financials. Red candles, sell signal. We should be out. Consumer discretionary, markdown phase, we should be out. Notice what's going on here with these indexes. All right, consumer staples, that's moving higher. All right, bucking the trend there. Basic materials, all right, gold, silver, a bit of a pullback there, but still strong. All right, communication services, we got a red candle here, sell signal. Energy. All right, energy is holding. We might see a move in energy. All right, utilities, nothing there. And international coming down a bit there. Okay. All right, Forex. Keep an eye on your dollar pairs. All right, yen pairs have pulled back a bit. Okay, yen pairs have pulled back. Aussie pairs have pulled back. Kiwi pairs have pulled back a bit. Okay. All right. Keep an eye on your trades. Keep an eye on your trades. Okay. All right. So Aussie pairs, we're starting to see red in here come in. You guys see that here? So Aussie pairs, Kiwi pairs, yen pairs, we're starting to see some selling. Remember, Aussie, Kiwi, and yen pairs will go with the equity market. So as the equity market moves lower, you can see those pairs move lower. You can start looking. You can start looking for short opportunities in the Aussie, Kiwi, and yen. You might want to start with the 60-minute time frame. Okay. We're seeing buyers coming in. So buying is coming in the dollar pairs. Okay. So you guys see here blue up. That's buying coming in here. On the 60-minute time frame, on the 240, not quite yet on the daily, but that price action will flow into the daily. All right. So as they continue to buy, all right, and that's the way it works, guys. When the equity markets go down, guess what? Dollar goes up. Okay. The dollar goes up. Yeah, the yen pairs are closing. Yeah, absolutely on the 240. So pay attention to your trades. You might want to, if you got a white candle, you might want to get out quickly on that white candle. Okay, pay attention. Things are rotating, things are moving. All right. Again, you might find some opportunities to go short on the 60-minute and even on the 240. Now, since we've got sell signals in equities, guys, this is a real move. Okay, so this is a real move. Anything can happen, things can change, but this is a real move. Okay. All right, we have good volatility on the daily time frame in Forex. All right, so all that yellow here, that's good volatility. All right, all above 20. All right, similar to the VIX, you get above 20 yellow, that's volatility. So we have all these pairs here. We've got good volatility. Just a few pairs that are consolidating. Same for the 240. All right, good volatility and on the 60-minute time frame there. Okay, so remember when equities come down, which is increased volatility, that tends to help the Forex market, and we get movement in the Forex market. Okay. So no complaints. We just have to switch our systems, switch our mindset. Okay? Follow the price action. All right, current alerts. Let's take a look here. All right, so things right now are mixed. Like I said, guys, in the Aussie pairs, be careful. I know the Aussie pairs were doing really well, but they're reversing now. Okay. All right. Our yen pairs are closing. Some are closing. Some are holding. If your particular pair is holding, all right, just know that it could come down. You might want to take some profits. Okay. Off the table. See here, Aussie yen, red candle here, CAD yen, white candle here, Euro yen is on the 240, pound yen closed. Okay. And start looking for opportunities in the dollar long. All right. So dollar ZAR, right? USD SEK, long. USD, SGD. These are long, guys, with buy signals. That's the trade. Don't take it personal. If your trade closed, all right, don't take it personal. All right? Turn that hat around. Right? Get on these dollar trades, okay? USD PLN, USD NOK, USD MXN. All right? They're all giving buy signals. Dollar CAD looks really good. All right. Euro pairs are mixed. If you want to take a chance, you certainly can. There's some that are long. Euro SEK is long. Euro NOK is long with buy signals. Euro pound is long here, but some are mixed, right? Short, right? Short. So we don't have any consistent buying in the euro pairs, but the dollar pairs look really good. Okay. VIX on the monthly. Again, we are 21 on the VIX right here, and we are breaking resistance. That's your 20 resistance here. It is breaking to the upside, okay? As the market comes down, and with what we've seen in the futures market, we could see the VIX jump up to 25, guys, by the end of the day tomorrow. 23, 24, 25. Okay? Max 7. And this is why we do this, so that we are not surprised and we can position ourselves either to be out of the market, be safe, or take advantage of opportunities on the downside. Okay? All right. All right. The Mag 7s really got hurt today. Okay, so let's take a look. Tesla, guys, no surprise, okay? Tesla, we've had a sell signal in Tesla for some time now, all right? Had a sell signal all the way up here near 443. Now Tesla is at 397. We have support on Tesla right here at 373. After that, we have support all the way down here on Tesla. Okay, so just like we take a look at resistance on the way up, all right, we need to position and watch support levels on the way down. Okay, all right, so we are no longer moving higher. We're in the distribution phase. We got past the distribution phase now. We're in the markdown phase. Okay. All right, so we have some support here, near-term support, further support here, and actually we can bring that all the way down here at 219, okay? All right. Guys, Bitcoin is at 60,000. And we'll take a look at, we'll spend some time on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down another 2,100, right? Looking at it right here. So it's going to definitely break that, get in the 50,000. And if it breaks through 50,000, guys, who knows how far it could go. Next real support is 30,000. And isn't it great to know this information? All right, NVIDIA, guys, has a sell signal. We're testing support here on NVIDIA. All right, if we break through, that's 171 support If we break through that support, next support is a pretty high support right over here, all right, at about 150, okay, and then lower here. See what it does. It's still in that distribution phase, not quite in the markdown phase yet. That's NVIDIA. All right, Microsoft. Microsoft, we talked about Microsoft, is in some trouble. Guess what? It's in real trouble now. Look at that. Just crazy, right? All right, so Microsoft, guys, our sell signal came in at right around 513. Microsoft is trading at 439. And boy, we have, I wouldn't even call that support, a low at 357. Let's bring in the weekly time frame. All right, so weekly time frame, we show, look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. Remember, these markets have been overbought for a long time. So we have support at 348. Let's call it 350 right here. And that's not strong support. And then we have further support all the way down here. Never say never. All right, never say it can't get there. Okay, that would be about a 50%. Poof. From here to here, a 50% haircut. All right, that's Microsoft. NVIDIA. Notice what these stocks are doing. NVIDIA. Meta, I'm just holding right now, right? White candle here, just holding, hasn't broken support yet. Doesn't look good, but just holding. Google has been doing well, all right, but it will go too. Eventually, all right, it really made a move here, all the way, that candle came all the way down here at 302 from a high of, what's that? So it made a low of 302 from a high of 343. All right, recovered nicely, but if this market sells off, it will have to come down as well. All right, Amazon. All right, Amazon has a white candle here. No sell signal yet. Hanging on. And then Apple. Apple made a move higher. So Apple got a bounce. So Apple got a bounce here, guys. A nice bounce from Apple on a down day, on a big down day. All right, Apple got a bounce. Nicely here with the buy signal. All right, so good for Apple. But guys, eventually everything will calm down. Okay. All right. Remember, 80, 90, 95% of stocks, of your stocks will follow, right? Will follow these indexes. All right. So a large percentage of the stocks that are out there will follow the move of your indexes and your sectors. Okay, so remember that. Okay, remember that. All right, don't be a hero in this market. Our top 50 stocks that we track, guys, all red. All right, all red. Okay. So, a basic material, right? Your gold and silver, guys, all red here. All right, healthcare, right? Biotech, a lot of red in there. All right, it's a red day. Healthcare, technology. Okay, so pay attention to your trades. Pay attention to your trades. All right, sellers are coming in, red candles, sell signals. And these are strong stocks. These are your top 50 stocks in all of the market. And if these are not holding, right? If these stocks are strong with good fundamentals, good technicals, and they're not holding, look here. All right. Sellers coming in here, strong, big red candle here. So what could happen? All right. So now is not the time to be a hero. Okay. Defense. All right, big picture. Dow on the big picture daily time frame holding a white candle here. So for now, the Dow is holding. This will not last long. Okay. Purple support and resistance here. We are overbought. Remember, we have sell signals in 3 of these indexes. Okay. So we've called a sell signal since Tuesday. I'm sorry, since Tuesday. All right. It's not a bad idea to just stay on the sidelines. Let the selling happen, and we can come back in later, buy cheap. That's the idea, right? Get a discount. All right. So the Dow daily time frame. On Dow on the weekly time frame, holding for now. Dow on the monthly time frame, holding for now. S&P has a sell signal. Okay, so we can move this trend line here, and we're going to bring in our next support area on the S&P. All right, so we know S&P has been struggling to break through that resistance. That's always a concern. All right, so we have support here, next support right here on the S&P. Okay, that's on the daily. Has a sell signal. You guys can see that. On the weekly time frame, S&P is pulling down a bit, overbought. Purple support and resistance, overbought there on the weekly time frame. S&P on the monthly time frame, holding for now. NASDAQ has a sell signal. Okay, so the NASDAQ, guys, all right, gap down today with a sell signal, broke support. So it went from distribution to now the markdown phase. Next support on the NASDAQ is about, let's say, 20,150. All right. It's right now it's at 22,540. That would be a big move even for the NASDAQ here. Okay, that would be a big move. And then we have further support down here. If it doesn't hold, right, could certainly move lower. All right, and NASDAQ is getting hit, guys. Okay, so you see the theme. NASDAQ on the weekly time frame, we have a white candle on the NASDAQ on the weekly time frame. Not good. This is not good for the NASDAQ. White candle on the weekly time frame. If we close down big tomorrow, Friday, that white candle is on the weekly time frame. We have one more day. Right, tomorrow, Friday, that white candle turns red. That would not be good. Look what happens the last time. Look what happened the last time. We got red candles on that weekly, right? Weekly time frame is where we see big market rotations. Not on the daily, all right, on that weekly time frame. Okay? All right, so if we get a bounce tomorrow, we might hold. Otherwise, any amount of real selling, we could see a red candle. Definitely not good for the NASDAQ. NASDAQ on the monthly time frame, holding for now. Russell on the daily time frame, red candle here. So we got sellers coming in. All right. Again, we called a sell signal on Tuesday, guys. So this is no surprise. Right? We want to get out, be safe before the real selling happens, before you get into that markdown phase. Okay? Weekly, holding for now. That could change. Russell, monthly, holding for now. Okay? The QQQ, we're looking for rotations. QQQ on the daily time frame, sell short signal. QQQ on the weekly time frame. Again, white candle here on the QQQ on the weekly time frame. We've added the SQQQ to see longs. All right, so no real movement yet. We'll see what happens, but we want to look for opportunities to go long. We got a nice big candle here, but it's still red. Okay, so just hold on. That will change if the selling continues. All right, the SPY, the spiders. All right, just holding that trend line here. Again, purple support and resistance. We need to see these white candles come in. The DIA, the diamond, holding firm for now. Okay, now Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin made its high, guys, at 125, right at 125, right here. All right, we're in the markdown phase. We're not in the markup phase anymore. We're in the markdown phase. Right. Couple of areas for support. 85,000 was a big support. You guys know that. We've been talking about that. 85,000 right here was a big support. 70,000 right here is another big support. We've gotten past 70,000. Okay. So it's broken through that 70,000 support right here. Next support, and that's not a big support here, is around 50,000. Now if we bring this up a bit, we'll call it 55,000 to be exact, right about here. Now that's not strong support. All right. This support here is very different, okay, than this support here. Okay. So if it breaks through, and there's a good chance it might break through, all right, the next real support is at 30,000 all the way down here. Okay. We could get, all right, so 57,000 would be right around here. Right, 55,000. We could break through, guys, overnight, and in tomorrow being in the 50,000 range. Okay, that's not good for Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin was at 125,000. Okay, and there are traders that bought in all the way up here. Right, we haven't even seen the panic yet. The panic selling hit. Okay, so hopefully it finds support here at 55,000, 50,000 in this area right here. And guys, it's close to that. You guys know Bitcoin can move. You know, I think Bitcoin moved, what, 10,000 points today? A crazy number. So it can be down another 5,000 points overnight. That would bring us right to that support here. Okay, and if it breaks through, guys, next support is 30,000. Right? It would not be good. So we're in the markdown phase. And this is why we do this. Right? I've been talking to some of our traders today. And no worries, right? They're out. They know they should be out of Bitcoin a long time ago. No worries. But that's a lot of pain. A lot of pain. A lot of losses here. Okay? So hopefully Bitcoin will find support around 50,000 here. Okay. We doubt it. Anything can happen, but again, not a lot of support here. And then if it breaks through, then we're going to have to eye that 30,000 support. Now it does have decent amount of support at the 30,000 mark. Okay, but that's a big move lower, guys. 30,000 is right here, and we do have a decent amount of support down here. Okay, but again, that would mean Bitcoin at 30,000. Okay, all right. I know some traders, and I'm talking to our traders, right? I know you guys won't do that, but this is a falling knife, so we gotta wait. All right, so we got to wait for it to completely fall and then accumulate, okay? and then break resistance to enter. Way too early. So we got to go through that accumulation phase. All right, and get some green candles, break resistance, get a buy signal, and then green candles. We're a long way from that, guys. We're a long way from that. So just because the price is lower, right, lower than 125, right, it's at 61, doesn't mean it can't go lower. It can go much lower, okay? We have no control of that. Okay, so let it do its thing. And we'll have an opportunity in the future if we want to trade it long, okay? Bitcoin on the weekly, look at the damage here on the weekly. Notice how fast this price comes down, right? So it went up from 2023, all this time it took to go up. Look how fast it's coming down. All right, this is just this week, guys. All right, but the damage it's been in the markdown phase for several weeks now. No surprise, right? We shouldn't be surprised at this, okay? All right, no surprise here. No surprise. You guys should not be surprised at that price action there, okay? Calm and steady. We wait, okay? Bitcoin on the monthly time frame. Big monthly candle here. Red, guys, on the monthly. That's not good. All right. Gap down. Big monthly red candle here. Breaking a big previous resistance here is now support. And it's just falling, guys. All right. It's just falling. Okay. So we got to stay away. Let's take a look at gold and silver. All right. So gold on the daily time frame, gold is struggling. Yeah, that's gold, right? Yeah, gold is struggling a bit on the daily time frame. We were hoping that got some green candles here after that sell-off. And we were hoping that that would build. But with the selling, remember, guys, when they sell, when this institution sell, they sell everything. They don't care. Right? So you might have your favorite, but they don't care. So we have support right here. Okay, but it's coming down. All right, so gold is at 4,700. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, it's holding here. On the monthly, holding firm. Silver. All right, silver is in trouble. So silver gave a sell signal, red candle, broke support right here, broke support right here, red candle, it's in trouble. Silver is at 66. All right, remember, silver made it all the way up to 109, guys. Silver is at 66. Next support for silver, if we can find support. Oh, okay, you might have support. It gapped down too. Silver doesn't look good. All right, support might be at $50. Okay. Let's see what it does, and then we'll look at further support down below. Okay. All right, but silver might be in trouble. So guys, they're selling everything. All right, they're selling gold, they're selling silver. Gold is doing a little better here, but it's come down. Silver has a sell signal on the daily red candles. That can't be good there. Okay. All right. Silver is 66 here. Look how far it came down. This on the monthly. All right. If silver gets back to $50, let's take a look at the $50 would be here. Guys, it looked like it could get to $50. If it gets to $50, then we are back at that previous high here, and there's a good chance silver could come down. Okay, but we'll see what it does. But that's not good. It didn't hold at all. And now we've got further selling in silver. Crude oil, moving up a bit, nothing there. Okay. All righty. The dollar, as the market comes down, we'll be watching the dollar more and more. You guys know the dollar is moving higher, right? In monster scalper, so look for your dollar pairs to move higher. The dollar made a nice low support at 96. It keeps moving higher. I know you can tell by these red candles here, but it's got a long way to go to get to $100. That's where we really have to see it. The market will have to come down, keep coming down, equity markets, for the dollar to move higher, okay? But it is moving higher. Couple of white candles here. So let's see what it does. On the weekly time frame, it's holding support here. So the dollar is definitely setting up nicely there. And it is holding its channel here. Okay, so right here, support, right at that trend line. Let's see what it does. So we have some big macro moves that are setting up. Okay. All right, monster scalper. Let's take a look. I want to take a look at the dollar pairs, yen pairs, guys. That trade might be over for now. Okay, that's on the daily here. Hold on. Let me move. So the only tradable market right now is Forex. And we don't mind that. Okay. We don't mind that. Our monster scalper system, that's our most popular, that's our number one system. So, last year was frustrating. So it's nice to see volatility come into that market because they're getting out of stocks, getting out of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. Right? Looks like they're trying to get out of gold, silver, so they'll come to Forex. We'll be right here waiting for them. Okay. All right, yen pairs, guys. Those long positions. If your particular pair giving white candles, sell signals, you want to close the trade. Okay, so they're struggling a bit. Right, we don't want those small losses to turn into big wins. So if you get a white candle, you might want to get out. Dollar pairs are setting up nicely. Okay, so dollar ZAR has a buy signal, good markdown phase, so you get a really good discount. All right, look at this, really good markdown phase. Buy signal here. We are breaking resistance here. All right, white candles here on the daily, so dollar ZAR looks good. We don't trade that. All right, USD SGD has a buy signal, a decent markdown phase. All right, no buying yet on the daily. Keep an eye on that. If you take it, just pay attention to it, just in case you've got to get out quickly. USD. All right, SEK, USD SEK, guys, make a note there. USD SEK looks really good there. Okay, no guarantees. Watch your trades, but good markdown phase. Buy signal here. Look at that. Okay, your target is here, and then hopefully it breaks through. White candles here on the daily. All right, that's SEK. USD PLN looks good as well with the buy signal. All right, look at USD NOK, guys. USD NOK, good buy signal. No buyers yet on the daily. You can take it, just pay attention to it. All right, and that should change on the daily. You should see white candles come in. But look at that perfect setup, guys. Look at that. All right, nice markdown phase, lots of good selling. And so why would you buy Bitcoin as it goes down and dollar cost average, right? While you've got trades like this here. Markdown phase, buy signal on a break of resistance. Green candles here. Take that long. USD NOK. USD, Mexican peso, MXN. All right, good setup there. Again, red candles on the daily, but that could change. Pay attention. USD HUF holding for a buy signal there. That's already in a trade there. USD DKK buy signal there. I tell you, dollar pairs are setting up really nicely. USD CZK, nothing there. Swiss, dollar Swiss will move. Keep an eye on it. No buy signal yet. And then dollar CAD has a buy signal. Euro pairs, again, you can, I would be careful, right? They look like they want to run with the dollar pairs. Good markdown phase, buy signal here. White candles coming in here on the daily time frame. That's not a bad setup, okay? But the whole group is not moving together, okay? EUR-NZD, no buy signal yet. All right, EUR-NOK, a buy signal, right? Nicely done there. Okay. Pound pairs, let's see here. Nothing in the pound pairs to go long. Quick look at, we're not looking at any metals, guys. None of the metal system, crypto system. Doesn't even make sense to look at any of that stuff. Stock boss, let's run heat seeker. 20. Okay. 20 stocks in stock boss heat seeker. So they're not buying, guys. They're not buying. That's low. Bull master, let's see here. 186. Why is Bull master carrying 186 stocks? Let's see here. What are they buying? Basic materials. Some of these are still holding in Bull master. But that could change. 186 is a lot. I'm surprised by that. But they're not buying small caps, that's for sure. So they're still holding some large cap stocks. I'm wondering if this is because of the Dow. Certainly not because of the NASDAQ. Where's these are capital good? Let's take a look at tech. Lots of capital good. Now, guys, sometimes, well, it happens a lot where once you have a flight to safety sector that they're buying. So they'll always look to buy something. That might be the case. Let's see tech. That's tech on a down, big down there. These stocks are moving higher. That's technology. Is this real? Yeah, 186. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with Bull Master, guys. I mean, the Dow was down. NASDAQ, S&P, I mean, everything was down. And we have 186 stocks in Bull Master. And the price action looks pretty good. But our Bull Master traders, I would just, I would be careful. I wouldn't trust this. I have no idea why. I have no idea why Bull Master is looking like this. And I've been doing this for a long time. A big down day like this, and we've seen I mean, look at these stocks. They're breaking out. And this is capital goods. We just did basic materials. I mean, look at it. That's crazy. Why are they buying these large cap stocks? A lot of capital goods. A lot of capital goods. Huh. I mean, look at the price action here. I mean, they're all moving higher. And we have sell signals on all of these indexes. The VIX is moving higher. This is consumer cyclical. I have no idea, guys. Oh my goodness. Consumer cyclical. They're just popping up. This has got to be a flight to safety. I mean, they're desperate. This is consumer non-cyclical. That's a lot. Look at all of that. Came out of nowhere. Capital, all these capital goods out of nowhere. That's what's running up that number. Consumer non-cyclical. That's beverage. Got me curious now. That's beverage, food processing. Wow. All right, energy is moving, but we know we have energy sectors moving. So that makes a little sense there. Financials are moving. And we have quite a bit of financials. Why are they buying? And look at the price action on these. On a down day, nothing is going down. No sell signals. Look, everything is going up. I mean, new buy signals. I mean, I was expecting a lot of red candles, a lot of selling. Look at this, a buy signal here. It's on services. Buy signal on the daily, buy signal on the weekly. Well, our bull master traders, you can, you follow your system. I mean, it's right there. They're buying, but they're buying a lot. They're buying a lot. So I don't know what's going on there. Okay? So I would still be careful. Okay? But you can certainly look for, even if it's a flight to safety, it's kind of too soon. And it's a lot. It's a lot of buying, a lot of symbols here. I mean, we should with stock boss being at 20, bull master we should be around 70, 50. All right, 40, not 180, and not with candles like this with buy signals and breaking out like this. So I don't know what to say with bull master. All right, so guys, be careful out there. All right. I hope for new traders and our existing traders that Bitcoin trade, that should be a good example for why we do what we do. Okay? That should be a good example. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to go live. We're going to do our live trading tomorrow at 8:30. All right? I'm sorry, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. 8 to 10 a.m. tomorrow. Eastern time. Okay? Join us. All right? Join us. We'll be on the SKOOL community. Okay, guys? Take care. Have a good evening. Be safe out there with your trades. Defense. This is a very crazy market right now. Okay? All right. the best thing you can do, all right, Forex is good. However, any of these other markets, you want to be careful. Okay, take care.